what it is, episode 63 of the Graham Avenue podcast, New Hampshire's unofficial podcast. Pimpy here in the dungeon with Cages Nishan, and we have a guest all the way from New Hampshire, Janelle Draper. Welcome to the show.
Janelle, should we tell the listeners right off the bat how you guys met?
Yes.
How did you meet?
Oh,
Janelle?
I have to do it.
Oh, you want to say it?
No, I don't.
Okay, you go ahead, Janelle. How did you guys meet?
So Ian Bag had us on Around the Bag.
Yes.
And love Ian Bag. Shout out. I hope he listens to every episode. He better be listening to this one.
I don't think so.
He's like, didn't even listen to his own. No.
I don't think he did.
No.
But
Well, Ian had us on his Roundtable podcast, I guess about a month ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, or maybe a month and a half ago. And it was a fun experience. It was unique. It was vulnerable, we got real. And then I met Scott that way. So it was just natural.
it was supernatural.
Yeah.
Some would
And
say
we've been
supernatural.
Yeah, we've been best friends ever since. I think we have
Pretty
a
much.
friendship bracelet in the works.
Mhm.
What did you think of
Okay.
Scott when he just started crushing beer due to nerves and was just like downing? Like, I'm watching with my parents. I'm at my parents watching it, and because he lives with me, and he's upstairs doing the pod or doing the show, and I'm like watching it, and I'm like, this guy, he's down his first, like, and they're not small beers. You were drinking like tall boys.
As you're saying this, he's drinking more.
Yeah,
So
like,
is this an intervention for Pimpy over here?
I know, it was terrifying.
I don't know. It was it was weird going on the show because we go in and Ian's like introducing everybody. He's like, yeah, here's Janelle, she's a comedian. Here's Mike, he's a comedian. I'm like, oh, what do you do, Scott? Are you a comedian? I'm like, no, I live in a town with like 12,000 people in my friend's basement, and I work in an office.
Yeah.
Actually, but he gave you the best intro, I believe. He did say Scotty is funnier than most people I know. And he actually asked us all to tell him what we would want to be introed as. And so I gave him like a credit or two because he was like, come on, make something up, get real. I actually gave him 2 real credits. And he didn't even use them. And he was just Ian being Ian. But yeah, no, Ian's amazing. But he did make it awkward when he I thought he was going to like finish his sentence and ask a question. But he was just like, Janelle, Scotty or Mike. And I was like, what? This is my biggest fear in life. Do not make me pick one stranger over the other. Stranger danger, first of all. Second of all, I am not from Canadian. I'm not a Canadian, but I also am really polite. I try to be polite. And that was like my biggest fear. But he was like, do it. And I felt under the gun. So Scotty seemed fun, and like I felt like we vibed more because I actually liked that you picked up the beer and started drinking. It would have been weird if he didn't have funny things to say, but you actually were really funny. So I think it worked for you.
There we go.
What do you think of his like self-deprecating humor? Do you think it works, or should he maybe be a bit less self-deprecating?
I found it to work. I'd rather hear self-deprecation than like someone flexing from like across the country or wherever the heck Canada is.
Yeah,
It's
all
on you. He has to be self-deprecating. He's living in your basement and
like Mexico, Canada, America. It's like all kind of one big country.
He does have a degree at a small university in Canada, so
second best.
I felt like if you didn't have the jokes to back it up, it would have been annoying to hear so much self-deprecation. But I think Ian had boosted you up, saying you're funnier than most comedians I know, and then you shot it back down. You kind of leveled yourself
Which is
up.
really fucked up because it's not true at all. Unless there's a lot of really shitty comedians.
if you did stand-up, it would be so bad.
It'd be fun.
It
But
would be.
we can talk about me all day. Like I do love hearing about myself, but like because no, you're not from Terrace.
No.
I'm from Prince George. So can you tell us what you do?
Oh yeah. So I live in New York City, currently in New Hampshire, as we
Love
said.
it.
I've been doing stand-up comedy for 8 years now, really long time. Yeah. And I started off in LA, and then I moved to New York City, but I'm originally from Boston. So I've also simultaneously with stand-up, I've been working my way up the corporate ladder in entertainment industry, like in showbiz, but on the more business side, which a lot of people say is hard to do, but I've sort of had fun learning the business strategy side while also performing and writing. So yeah, that's kind of been the gist, top line summary of it.
In your day job, like what is your day job? Are you allowed to tell us? Or is it
Yeah,
secret?
well, that's actually how I met Ian Bag.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I work at AMC Networks, and actually that's what had me move from LA to New York. Was I got a job in comedy development at IFC, which I don't
Oh.
know. Are you guys familiar with IFC?
So this is
Yeah.
we were wondering, I'm like, is it AMC theaters or is it AMC like the Breaking Bad AMC? So that's so you
Breaking
work for
Bad.
the Breaking Bad AMC. Let's hear about this.
Yeah.
Continue.
Oh, so it's really fun because I get health insurance and
That's great. Especially right now.
yeah. Oh, you know what? I really was thinking, do I go full throttle into stand up? And then COVID happened. And I was like, well, there's my answer. I got a pretty good gig right now, so I like AMC. I've been there for almost 6 years, and it's good. So I'm in marketing, but I started off at IFC in comedy development. It's kind of confusing, but AMC Networks is the parent company, and there's a bunch of cable nets within the larger parent company, AMC. So IFC is one of them.
They've got like Sundance.
Yeah, so I'm at Sundance right now. Look at
I
you
know my
your
shit,
stuff.
dude.
Yeah,
You
wow.
know your shit.
See, I should have been on the Ian Bag show.
You should have. It's not too late.
Yeah, you never know.
I'm gonna recommend you because I like you guys' accents.
We have accents? Really? Do you like it?
I do.
Oh,
Definitely.
thanks. God damn it. We needed this, dude.
I
We've
know.
been in a dark place lately.
We've been getting our tires pumped a lot.
Just there's not a lot going on, and like I don't know. It's been raining so much where we live. Like we live 16 hours from Vancouver.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Shit.
So not a lot going on.
And is there any light in that basement, or is it just dark?
It's a little bit light, but it's a pretty dark basement. It's old. There's like ants everywhere. It's tough right now. But anyway, so we needed that. Anyways, continue though. Okay. This is awesome.
Well, we can just make this whole hour about compliments because I'm a big complimenter.
Thank you. We need this.
What's Kyle's best feature?
I would say he's got a good jawline.
That's the first I've ever heard anyone say that. So thank you. I think it's the Zoom background that's making me look that way.
Also, you have like nice cheekbones. You have a good kind of little heart face. Yeah.
I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, I don't even want to know about myself, but
I got to move to America. I went to Austin, Texas, and I'm like, this is the place for me.
Austin's amazing.
It's unreal.
Tequila, tacos, come on.
It's
barbecue.
The tits.
Did you guys go on the lake?
I went on the lake. We took like little boats on the lake. And then, well, I saw tons of concerts. But anyways, we're going off on a route. Wow.
Yeah, if I hear about Austin one more time, I'm going to like.
Sorry, Scott.
No, it's okay.
Tell us more about your job, though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I went to Austin City Limits Music Festival. It was killer.
Wait, you went recently?
I went in October.
You were so lucky you fit that in before
I know.
Shit went down.
I know.
Why didn't you bring Scotty with you?
Because he doesn't like music
that much. It's not quite. America's not quite cultured enough, so
it's not cultured enough.
Yeah.
Slap him around. I should go back and pick Mike. You don't like music? What's happening?
Well, that's completely.
No, he does like music, just not like as much as I do, which is fine. He likes more like hiking and more like alternative things.
Scuba diving.
Parkour.
Yeah, parkour, scuba, that kind of stuff. I don't know, like you probably don't know this, but Kyle's grandma in New Brunswick listens to this pod, and I was watching some clips from the show you have with your sister, learning about raw dogging and kegels. Where did you get the idea for the show? Like, it looks pretty electric.
A raw dog and kegels. They're first of all called kegels.
Kegels. Well, in Canada we call them kegels. It's like Z and Z, right?
That's so funny. It's like bagel, kegels, kegels.
Exactly.
I got the idea because I got the space and the green light on doing a regular show at the Stand, which has been my favorite club since I started in New York. And if you guys ever come visit after all this shit goes down, I gotta take you guys there because it's so much fun. Great food, great drinks, and a great new venue. And so I wanted to run a unique show that wasn't just run of the mill showcase. And I said, what am I passionate about? What's unique in my world? And I'm best friends with my sister. She's only 16 months older than me. We joke, we say we're Irish twins at your cervix. Get it? Like at your service. Hope you like that one, Grandma.
Yeah.
Please do your pelvic floor therapy exercises.
You hear that, Grandma?
Just because Kegels, we should all just do a group Kegels together.
Kegels.
Kegels. Throw some cream cheese on that Kegel. Anyway, we started a show because we're best friends, and I find her day-to-day really interesting because she's a midwife and she's a nurse practitioner.
Oh.
And she's just a really empowering, inspiring friend and sister to me. So we thought about an idea, like let's put together a showcase of a lineup of talent, really strong comedians that all have this kind of consistent thread about empowering, educating, talking about destigmatizing sex and body parts, and not afraid to kind of go to the blue, raunchy places of life, and kind of normalize weird shit and normalize kinks, kind of make the uncomfortable comfortable. And then in between comics, we always have like a fun segment, whether it's like past the like plush placenta stuffed animal, and we like will play like salt and pepper push it until it lands on someone, and we make them tell their birth story or someone else's birth story. So we have like certain themes, but basically it's always revolving around like, reproductive health, general health, and sexual health. And we answer anonymous questions from the audience, which is always the best part, because our audience will throw in, you'll be surprised, you guys, we'll get overflowing like ridiculous questions, really sincere, some goofy, funny, some people actually wondering like, what's going on with me, what's going on with my friend, what does this mean? And that often gets like the most laughs of the whole show, and people are like at the edge of their seat. Lo and behold, it's very similar to what Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew did in the 90s with their wildly successful syndicated radio show, Loveline, comedian and doctor. Yeah. So we didn't even know we were kind of doing a similar format, and it just sort of worked. So we ran with it. And I just love hanging out with my sister. And she's so dry and so clinical and like kind of really serious. And I'm just a goofball. So I think we play off each other pretty well. And she's actually really funny when she doesn't even mean to, which sometimes annoys me. I'm like, I try to land that joke and you just stood there and actually got a bigger laugh by just being you. She doesn't try, but it's fun. It's a family fun sister thing, and I think it's cool because we leave people with the actual bit of knowledge versus just doing like a run of the mill.
Well, yeah, I saw one about like the raw dogging. Kyle's grandma, don't maybe look that one up, but and you just started going like very obscene, and your sister's like, no, seriously, get fucking tested, being a cop. So it's kind of like you're there to like make people laugh, and she's like, no, seriously, get fucking tested.
Exactly.
That rash isn't just gonna go away on its own.
She must love you a lot, because if like I was a nurse practitioner, I would not want to be on stage like doing that kind of thing.
She does love me a lot, and
but does she like doing it too? Like, does she like performing kind of?
So she gets nervous, but she's honestly a natural at it, and she likes to have a platform, like a public platform, because she has spiels for all of her. She has educated spiels for basically any type of issue or question someone has, because she does it in the hospital, she does it in the clinic. She's also a faculty advisor at Yale University, and she's has a precept. She teaches a lot of students, so she's really naturally someone that engages. But sometimes she gives so much information, I'm like, pull it back. They don't know all the semantics, so I try to off play it with like some goofy, absurd like BJ hand gesture or something.
Yeah, nice.
Kyle's grandma, don't look that one up either.
It's weird because
what's your grandma's name?
Carol Ann.
Carol Ann, what's up, Carol Ann?
She's close to Maine. She lives in right by, do you know what Bangor, Maine is?
Yeah, you can move to Maine. Come to Maine, that'd be fun.
Honestly, I actually kind of like Canada. Like I don't think I would leave Canada now, especially.
How did it work out that she's there and you guys are there?
Yeah, she's in New Brunswick. Do you know what New Brunswick is?
New Brunswick.
Not New
Maine.
Brunswick, New Jersey, but it's New Brunswick, Canada. It's like a
Oh,
province in Canada. So she lives there, and my parents moved all the way to British Columbia. So now I live here. So we live like super far away, but she listens to the pod like every week. So that's how she's still connected to me.
really sweet.
So
Oh, hi,
yep,
Carolyn.
yep.
Maybe she'll have like a mailing question for the show next time. Is
Yeah,
that possible?
She doesn't really submit questions, but
No, for Janelle's
oh,
show.
for
Yeah.
Janelle's. Yeah, my
'Cause
grandma.
it's all anonymous.
My
so.
grandma loves sex and those kind of topics, so she'll for sure put that in.
She sounds like a real awesome
She's actually super cool.
She must be if she's really like hip and progressive. I mean, we do answer a lot of questions by women that are like either going through menopause or about to, and we give tips about, you know, things they can use, like I think coconut oil as a potential opportunity for lube, and also for you can eat it after, and also just to help with like dry area. I believe, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but it's definitely something that you could have by your nightstand, and people just don't realize that's a good option for I mean, we could get into it, but like it's interesting that some people are so embarrassed to talk about it, but it's like if women don't use your parts, then you will atrophy is a real thing. Atrophy is real, and so if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So I hope Carol Ann is staying active, whether with a partner or on her own. Sorry,
Hopefully,
Kyle.
Grandma. Hopefully, Grandma. You know what? It's kind of funny because like I don't think we've ever even mentioned that sex exists on this podcast, and we've done like 63 episodes.
Really?
Legit. I don't think I've ever mentioned. I might have said kissing like once. So this is good for us. This is huge for us.
We're
me. Okay, I guess I'm you're welcome, maybe.
Thank you.
Yeah, this podcast was never, it was more about chips and like
chips and like things like that. That's actually one thing I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you realize how bad chips are in America?
I love chips.
Your chips are horrible in America.
Oh, they're just not good?
Compared to Canada, it's insane.
We don't have a lot. I mean, we have healthcare, but like in terms of like snacking, Canada falls on like every category to America. But your chip game it's fucking pathetic. Like I hate to say
it's horrible. You don't even have ketchup.
And now I'm upset because I love chips. So I wish I could get my hands on some Canadian chippies.
I would definitely try. Like I guess AMC isn't really. You probably don't have to go to Toronto or anything, but if you ever get a chance to go to Toronto or any Canadian city, like pick up some chips and just try it. What do you think? Like, what is your favorite chip in America? That's something I really want to know.
Oh, I love barbecue chips. I
also
love Tostitos, the lime tasting Tostitos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I love that. If you ever come to Canada, try ketchup. Have you heard of ketchup chips before?
No.
They're unreal.
Really?
Jesus. Have you heard of All Dressed?
No, it's all dressed.
It's everything.
It's just all the flavors on one chip.
Yum.
It's pretty insane. Like the amount of things, like whenever I go to America, I'd go into a 7-Eleven. I'm like, where are the chips? They have Cool Ranch and like Doritos.
Oh yeah, you guys you don't do Doritos?
We have lots of Doritos, and we have better flavors of Doritos too.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Is it the way that you guys make them? Are they kettle cooked? Are they healthier? Not healthier?
I think we just have better potatoes here. We do.
Oh.
But everything else we have is terrible compared to America, except for healthcare.
Yeah.
I want to look up a map and see like where you guys are.
Yeah, look up a Terrace,
British Columbia. It's pretty far.
Jinx.
It's really, really north.
Like, it's not that north at the same time.
Which is even scarier. One thing I want to know though, so what got you into stand-up? Like how do you just get into stand-up?
Oh, so I was living in LA, and Flex. I had a lot of, what was that?
Flex.
Yeah, Flexing. Well, no, I wanted to be an NBC page, and I guess I
like Kenneth.
Like Kenneth?
Yeah. Yeah. But not he was in New York. I was the one in LA.
Oh, yeah.
So back when Jay Leno and he likes Canadian tuxes, you guys. He's he's one of you, I guess, because he's into all denim.
Love it.
Mhm.
So I was actually working the Tonight Show with him
No
as a
way.
page, but I had a lot of downtime, and I was missing my family and friends. My dad said, "Why don't you take a stand-up comedy class? I think you'd be good at this." And I thought, no way. But I tried. I took a class and I got hooked. I loved
Mhm.
it. Yeah, and then because being a page is kind of just like a glorified intern, even though it's a
Mhm.
really competitive program. Once you get in it, it's like, what the hell am I doing? So I had time to dedicate to it, and then kind of had to start over again when you move, which stinks. Like, you still have the skills you learned, but you have to
Mhm.
prove yourself in a brand new town. So moved to New York, and even though I had a couple of years under my belt, I sort of like had to start from scratch, proving myself.
Okay. And where did you kind of like realize that the direction you want to go in? Because you're pretty raunchy. Also, which one of your friends are you happy that they have herpes?
Oh yeah, well, I forgot about that joke.
Can you say that?
I I don't even know. Okay, that's such an old joke.
Are jokes real, or sometimes are you faking? I've always wondered about comedians. Is it all real, or is it?
Mine are pretty real. Well, I definitely embellish. I totally
Mhm.
embellish. And here's the thing. I'm actually So here's the other thing. I will do blue raunchy jokes, but I'm not actually that kind of person.
Mhm.
Like, I
Mhm.
have a boyfriend I've been dating for 2 years, and like,
Congrats. That's
no,
sweet.
I'm just saying I'm not someone that like sleeps around, even though I have jokes
Yeah.
about. I don't do those as much as I did when I first started, but
Yeah.
I've like never really. I've maybe taken Plan B once in my life, but like I've done this so many Plan B jokes. I think it's fun when you're kind of building a persona that's embellished. So like, I would
Mhm.
never classify myself as a slut ever, but I would have like slutty jokes, especially when I first started and when I was single, because it
Mhm.
was just fun for me to double
Yeah.
down on like a night out. That's what people do, like Amy Schumer, Nikki Glazer, the comedians I admire. They will have raunchy jokes, but they're like the most maybe conservative or prude, but it's
Mhm.
just kind of like playing up.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
if
no
And
you can't
rules.
if you talk about like being conservative and like no, like if you just talk like that, like it's not funny. Like you have to be a bit fucked up. You have to
yeah,
sell it a
or
bit.
you know what I think is so funny is that I just will talk about anything. That literally nothing embarrasses me, and I do think it's interesting to like talk about sex, body parts, dating, all that, because it's raw and it's interesting and it's unfiltered for me, and it's something that I think I want to normalize for women and not feel like, oh, I can't talk about this. It's not ladylike, because guys will do the same thing, and
And
maybe
it's, unless you're Crystalia, it's pretty
right. Oh,
Ooh.
by the way, I wasn't surprised by that. I've never really
least
liked him.
surprising
Right?
pedophile on earth.
Well, Case, I had no idea. Like I've heard the name a million times, and I looked him up. I'm like, he played a pedophile on Workaholics, and it's like, no, he also played a pedophile on another Netflix show.
Called You.
Like it's just like it's
He
way too
he
fucking.
also calls his fans babies.
Ew,
Probably
I
a
know.
red flag.
He's so full of himself. But I think
Hate
it's
that
also
guy.
interesting. Yeah, I think it's interesting that some comedians that are really, really clean. I mean, look at, of course, Bill Cosby, weird shit like that, and then
Yeah.
how he is in real life. But
Mhm.
then some comedians get a bad rap or like someone assumes, oh, are you always this way? And then you're like, no, it's just an act. Like, and I've done jokes that I haven't wanted to do in front of my grandparents, and then be like, fuck, why'd I do that? But it's just like I'm on stage and in the moment, and I'm like, nothing matters. And I'm like, afterward, I'm like, why'd I tell that anal joke? Like, no.
Do your
No,
parents?
you had anal sex like 2 times, and I write like 50 jokes about it 'cause I think it's the funniest thing, and I get jokes that are funny and work about it. But then if I keep doing that joke, it's like, oh, I'm like the
Mhm.
pro anal comic, female comic. Even though
This could
I'm
be a
not,
good title.
but I'm not necessarily that person. I guess it's like an experience will happen to me. I'll think about it. I'll run with it, but it's not necessarily like something I would lean on or necessarily identify myself with. It's
Yeah.
just
Exactly.
Well, yeah, like you have, I don't know, like 30 jokes about your parents getting divorced, but it only happened one time, right?
yeah, yeah, and they don't like that I have those.
No? I was curious because there was like 30 jokes. Like they just kept going. There was jokes about sending dick pics and like eggplant emojis and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, how awkward it'd be if they both like came to your first set and you
Oh,
just
they
grilled
have.
them.
I've done a show, Scotty, where they were in the audience and they both didn't have their significant others. And I think it was a Boston Comedy Festival. And I literally was like, all right, everyone repeat after me. Kiss, kiss, kiss. And they're sitting next to each other and they're like, oh, no. And I'm like, have a Jumbotron. We're getting you back together. And then it's kind of weird, but I guess cathartic in a sense, because it's like my rebellious adolescent coming out of my soul. But yeah, I don't know. I guess they've gotten used to it. I've gotten better about it, especially lately. I've tried to really shift gears to more observational, more kind of day-to-day jokes, but it's so tempting to go to the places that are like dark and painful, because often that's like where the best stuff is. So like, yeah, I want to write about that shit because that was a tough part of my life, but then I don't need it to identify me. I don't know.
There's a lot of layers to you, and like I feel like I have so many questions, but because I want to go back to what you're doing currently, because I find that really interesting. Like I actually love AMC. I feel like they can do a bit better. Like I really hope that there's because it's tough going from Breaking Bad and like you got to get the next thing. But I want to know about your time with Jay Leno. That sounds unreal.
He gets a bad rap, and he's really
hated.
I know.
Hated because of the Conan thing.
Oh yeah.
Plugged in, yeah. Maybe you get to school Scotty tonight on that whole thing. It was just a lot of back and forth on.
Were you involved when that was going on?
Yeah, I was actually the reason that happened.
Yeah.
What's is this
like,
Chin
hey,
like?
Jay Leno says this. Hey, Jay Leno, Conan says this.
Just buzzing back and forth, paging.
Yeah.
I want to know like Jay Leno's chin.
Yeah. What about it?
Is it like what it looks like on TV? Like when you first saw it, what did you think?
It's there. I feel like it should have its own zip code. You know, it's just it's pronounced. I will tell you a quick funny story. When I left to go to LA, my grandparents, who I'm really close with, said to me, my grandpa was like, tell Jay Leno I said hi. And I was like, Papa, I'm going to go be an intern at Focus Features. I'm not going to see Jay Leno. Like, I was trying to explain to them, Focus Features is this like indie art house subdivision of Universal Pictures. It's film. It's not the broadcast. Like, why would I go see Jay Leno? Anyway, I get there. First day, I'm living in the Oakwood Apartments across the street from NBC Universal, which has Focus Features as a little subunit of it. But then like Jay Leno was filming in Burbank, so like around the corner in this like famous lot that Johnny Carson used to film at, and like
so
Frank Sinatra would swing by. It was really cool. Like all these underground passageways, like kind of the golden age of Hollywood, basically. But I land at Oakwoods, and I'm just thinking, oh, regular night, unpack, go to bed, start the first day of internship. And Jay Leno is there on the premises, and he's doing this like jaywalking segment skit where he leaves the studio and he's interviewing people in the Oakwood Apartments because it's nearby. And so I hung out and I sat for like 3 hours to get his attention. When he was done filming and he took a makeup break and wardrobe, and I was like, this is crazy. You won't believe it. My grandfather wanted me to tell you. He said, hi, we're from a town near where you're from, in Massachusetts. He's like, let's call him. I'm like, really? Calls him up?
No way.
Yeah, it was so nice. And my grandparents were like, no, we're watching him right now. How can that be? And we're like, it's pre-taped. My grandparents like, Chucky Hunt, get on the phone. Janelle, he's in LA. And like, it was the sweetest thing ever, and I'll never forget it. So people can shit on him, but I've had nothing but really positive interactions with him. And that was when I wasn't even a page yet. I was actually just interning at NBC, but like I said, for this film art house, like the movie Lost in Translation.
Oh yeah.
So that's a Focus Features film. So they did a lot of.
Oh, I know Focus.
Yeah. They did a lot of cool films. Unfortunately, now they're defunct. It like turned into Bleecker Street Productions or something.
They've done quite a few. Like you used to see Focus like a lot.
Yeah, a lot of stuff
in the early 2000s.
too. Yeah, yep. They did a lot of good ones. So, and then I don't know. He was just a really sweet guy. So he's really hardworking. Really shows up every day, and truly in his Canadian tuxedo, denim on denim.
Oh
different
yeah.
car every day.
Loves cars. Cars.
Crazy about his habits and his rituals. Every day saved a seat for his wife, Maeve Leno, who never showed up to the tapings ever. I mean, they had a good relationship, but I think it was just like, just in case she wants to swing by, we always need to have a seat for her, but she never took it.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and every day he'd come out before the taping and he would do some warm up himself, which he did not need to do. Like there are paid warm up comics, as you guys know, I'm
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
But he'd go out before the warm up comic and be like Q&A, who wants a photo with me? Come up. People would flood the stage, run and shake his hand. One time, my little brother like tripped trying to shake his hand when he was just singing.
That's so cool.
And he's very generous. He's a really generous boss, is what I've heard from like people that were his staffers.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So what did you do as a page? Like, what does a page actually do?
So you compete really hard to get into the program. Then once you're in it, you're like, sweet, let me coast.
Mhm.
And then you're like, actually, no, you have to compete for these mini assignments within the company. So, when you're not on assignment, which usually lasts about 3 months long at a time, you're working on the show, like doing audience seating, and also like basically sometimes being a liaison between talent and like the staff of the Tonight Show, like audience coordination type of stuff, like fulfilling ticket requests, and then giving tours of the Burbank lot
Mhm.
where like there really were some really cool stages within there where like Johnny Carson used to film, like I said, like Carl Reiner and Frank forgetting.
Frank. Close enough.
Fred Astaire, sorry. Fred Astaire. All these
I don't know
really
him.
old school. I
Mhm.
don't think they're just really old school, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hollywood golden age era
That's so cool.
that like Johnny Carson would like have around him, and they'd just like be walking around the lot, like, and they would be a shoe shining station,
No shit.
and
Legendary.
yeah.
Is
And
it
then when
kind of? Is
go
it
ahead.
accurate like 30 Rock? Like is that kind of? If someone wanted to actually see it in action, is 30 Rock like an accurate depiction of a page?
See, I'm not sure because I wasn't in New York. The New York and LA programs are totally different.
Okay.
I think that they gave Kenneth way more liberty in the show. Like,
Yeah. He was a
you're not,
legit character on the show.
yeah, like you're not gonna be in there with like
The
the
writers.
writers. Yeah, that's like that'd be a writer's assistant job, but I think
Mhm.
they just like made him have more responsibility and more of a character than actually pages were. But like the assignments you would get would typically be like go and work for the publicity team or go and
Mhm.
work like maybe go be a volunteer at the Golden Globes, like really cool jobs, but they're
Super
more
cool.
like desk jobs, like show up every day, go to desk job, not like
Mhm.
be in a small room with like really influential, really
Yeah.
high.
So you're doing this page job, and is that you did that until you moved, correct?
Well, then I went. I did a couple other things from there. I started this PR firm
Really?
in LA, and oh sorry, like it was kind of interesting. I'd interned with them in New York, and then I saw them at the Golden Globes, and I was a page, and they actually hired me. They're like, okay, leave the
Cool.
page. So it was kind of cool because you know why our office was in Courtney Cox and David Arquette's production company.
No way.
So apparently the owner of my company was friends with them. So we would just kind of hang out in their small little office called Coquette Productions. They were doing Cougar Town at the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was really bizarre. And I was in a really weird office space where David Arquette is such a hoarder, and he had like framed real old school like Playboy bunny pasties, nipple pasties framed on the wall, and this crazy like dominatrix mannequin woman with like a glass table over her. That was my office, and I was like every day I did not like looking at it, and one day I just
Jesus.
was like fuck this, and I picked up that woman with someone who helped me. It was actually Courtney Cox's assistant who helped me move her. And I got in so much trouble. They're like, because it was music PR that I was doing, and they were like, nothing is too edgy in publicity for music or in the music industry.
Jesus.
So
I've never, like, David Arquette's one of those people. I'm like, I've never watched anything he's done. He just seems like a sleaze bag, and she seems too good for him, but that's just me.
I was really scared in that office. I walked in eggshells everywhere.
yeah,
I'd be
Like,
terrified.
We were surrounded by nipple pasties and like. I mean,
around,
like, does
he-
that inspire you to start your show? Like we need to start talking. We need to have a dialogue about this because you can't just slam people in a room with nipple pasties and whips.
Well, I felt it was kind of a too dark of a place for me to be at the time of my life because I was working really long hours as a junior publicist, and I didn't really have help. It was like me and the owner, and I didn't really have any help. I was kind of in over my head, and I'd come in every day, work really long days, and I just saw dark, creepy things around me, like a lot of clowns. He just collected a lot of weird
Jesus
shit.
Christ. What is his house like, I wonder?
But you know what? They were like Monica. I'm calling her Monica. Courtney. She sounds just like Monica. Like, if she is that character, that's what her assistant always told me. And like hearing and being around her in this really small office setting, I was so weird to hear her talking. And like she was working with Lisa Kudrow's first cousin, Taya Mann, who started Coquette Productions with. So it's just kind of weird. It's like
Everyone's connected.
Friends thing. Yeah. So like Lisa Kudrow's first cousin and
wow.
Courtney. So, but Taya Mann was scary. And so she was someone I would like, because they'd put up signs and stuff. And I would just kind of like, because I knew we were just renting spaces from them, but we were just 2 doors down. It was small. It was just us in there. Like, there's like 5 of us. Yeah. And then from there, I like went back to NBC. I like quit that.
And that was music?
Yeah, I did music for a while after that. I
like music.
Yeah, music is awesome. I thought for a while I was going to be a music supervisor.
What kind of PR did you guys do? Like, you did it for bands and artists and stuff?
Yeah.
Or
yep. For like
notable artists?
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz, Gautier. I was in charge of a
Gautier
for a while.
Gautier was that one song, yeah.
Was that when the song blew up?
Gautier and Kimbra. Are they from Canada?
No, they're Dutch or Belgian or something like that.
Okay.
Somewhere in Western Europe.
I hope not.
Okay.
They're not Canadian, though. They're somewhere in Europe.
Yeah. Alana, I think Alanis wasn't one of our clients, so I'm pretty sure she was with Press here.
Hell yeah.
Some other cool, I'm trying to think, Debbie Harry, do you know her?
Yeah, I know who Debbie Harry is.
Lenny Kravitz. Oh, Maroon 5. That was a cool one.
Nice.
Remember the Wombats? I hung out the Wombats. I did stuff with them. Yeah. I helped them with some interviews. Like I managed some interviews with them at this music festival. Actually, it was kind of a fun part of my life looking back. Yeah, the Kills, not the Killers, but the Kills.
I know the Kills.
Yes, I fucking love the Kills.
Yeah, they didn't like. They have a few good songs, but yeah, like they were sick in the like. This is early 2000s, right, or like mid 2000s, 2005 or 6.
Well, this is when I was at. So this is
2010.
Yeah.
So early.
No, 2012.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did the Kills come after the Killers?
Yes.
What the fuck were they thinking?
So, the Kills are incredible. It's, do you know, okay, like, I'm trying to figure out, I can't like blanking on their names.
Well, yes. Why would you name yourself that?
Oh, yeah,
they're trying to,
of course. I just Googled Alison Mosshart. Mosshart, yeah.
And you know,
she's in the Dead Weather.
Dead Weather, yes. And then her brother used to date Kelly Osbourne. So I saw them at one time.
Cool.
And then Jamie Hintz is the other part of the Kills with Alison Mosshart. And Jamie Hintz was married to that gorgeous supermodel Kate Moss.
Yeah.
No, wait, not Kate Moss.
Damn. You have a lot of connections. This is actually, I did not expect this, Janelle.
What does Lenny Kravitz smell like?
Oh, wait. Okay. Kate Moss. Yes. Jamie Hintz married Kate Moss for 5 years. Gosh, she's gorgeous.
That'd be sick.
She was a big deal in the early
I'd do that for 5 years.
Wait, who just said that? Which one of you said that'd be sick?
Me.
Yeah.
Well, that would be sick.
No shit. It'd be
yeah. I'd marry her too. Don't tell
I just clock in for 5 years. No prenup, just get took to the cleaners and then just go about my way and be an accountant.
It'd be fucking sick being married to a supermodel. Just gonna say it.
But probably also not as fun. She wouldn't eat chips.
That's fucked up.
They wouldn't eat chips. They don't eat chips. They can't eat chips.
I don't think they have like the greatest life in some aspects. Like, can you get like a fucking medium 2-topping from Domino's once a week? No.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Can you go to big cocaine-fueled Hollywood parties?
Yes.
Were you puking in a toilet after?
Did you go to any weird people's houses? Was there any celebrity encounters that just did not was not what you expected, or that was just like, oh my God, this guy is a complete knob?
I like, what does knob mean? Like
A knob is kind of a goof.
Douchebag.
knob, knob. I like it. Yeah. So, well, Modest Yahoo is really cool. I worked with him. Do you remember him?
Sounds so familiar.
No idea.
He had that song "King Without a Crown." He was a Hasidic Jew.
Ooh.
And so it was interesting working with him because he basically, after so many years, he shaved the beard. He left the lifestyle of being a Hasidic Jew, still obviously Jewish, but he used to look very traditional, old school, traditional Hasidic. And then he overnight transformed into this kind of hot, good looking young, musician that like people still knew for some of his hits. But so I was working, like I'd go to his house with my boss, and I remember it was this gorgeous mansion in Beverly Hills, but he had cockroaches, a couple I saw in the kitchen, and made me feel better because we had found so many in my apartment, and I thought no matter how much I have, they'll be there.
Yeah.
Who else really like that was kind of a noob? Oh, I met Jeremy Piven with
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He looks like he'd suck.
Yeah. He was hanging out with the Sum 41 dude, the lead singer.
Derek
Oh,
Whibley.
Yeah.
He's Canadian.
Yeah,
Poor Derek.
Yeah. He's in a
Derek's back though. Derek
he?
was in a dark place. It was actually sad. Like with alcohol, he was going to die.
Oh
It was
shit.
that bad. And
Yeah.
now he's back, and they had a new album. And
no shit. Did he still spike his hair like that?
oh yeah, you have
Nice.
to.
Well,
Oh,
Lisa Kudrow kind of bummed me out, even
Really?
though I
Really?
had my friends cast a lot. Yeah, because I was like Golden Globes as a page, and I went to go. I was like, all right, I mustered up all the confidence I had, and I'm gonna go tell her that I look up to her and she's awesome. And I mean, granted, I interrupted a conversation she was having, but still,
Come on.
She
I love that.
she was so rude, and I felt
Like how did
Oh,
she was so rude. She was just like, what? Oh, okay. And I was like, I just like bared my soul to you, and it took me a lot. Maybe because I was wearing my stupid Brooks Brothers uniform, like I was literally.
yeah, that's a tough look. I don't know. I would have been like, fuck, Seinfeld's better, and walked away.
Yeah, I don't know. But then Carson Daly was there too, and he made me feel good. And he just said, hey, how's it going? What's up? And I chatted with him. I'm like, I still got it. I'm like, some people are nice.
He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he's chill.
So when you're in LA, going back to comedy, what kind of clubs did you do? Clubs? Were you like, did you ever do anything at the Comedy Store, or is that too hectic? Or
No, I did a bunch of shows there. I had a regular one.
nice.
Carol Ann, Earmuffs. It was called Whores on Sunday. It was
Nice.
a really weird
Wow.
show. But obviously I'm not a whore. I really was not even slutty in LA. I kind of did my own thing. But yeah, my friend I met this girl, Camille Solari, really funny comedian, and her and this guy, Adam, they just branded it that way because they had all these crazy sponsors like Below Paste and Hustler. And so they'd have all these free giveaways. It's a very popular show. It was on every Sunday night, and they have me a bunch. And
That's sick.
it was a blast. But yeah, it was really weird. I'd be promoting like, hey, come to Whores on Sundays. Like,
I guess it kind of gives the wrong impression. Like, I wouldn't expect comedy to be the centerpiece on Whores on Sunday.
well, because they have sorry, I just remembered.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. They'd have burlesque dancers.
Nice.
That's
The show. So it was a sexy, vibey show.
okay.
And a Comedy Store is like dark, black, red, plush. So like it kind of fit the vibe. And then with all the like swag they threw out and like the people they book, like I'm telling you, you could do your raunchiest stuff and you get like table slamming, like applause breaks. Like it was a really fun room. I really like kind of miss those shows.
I
So I
bet.
think if you're gonna go to that kind of show, you're like, I'm down for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's kind of a bizarre. It's like it's a weird name. Like it catches you off guard. You're like, what?
Yeah, I'm picturing like strippers and like a massive buffet.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, like, what are things like now? I just saw you've teamed up with John Rowe, and you're doing helping him
Rowe.
out with the podcast.
Yep. Yeah, so I met him at one of my shows in New York, the one at the
Mm.
Stand. Our January Twisted Sisters. We had. Do you guys know TJ Miller?
Yep.
So
Not
we had.
not as good as JT Miller, but
TJ Miller, he's another interesting cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a rapist like Chris D'Elia, but he's got some shit going on with him.
He does. He definitely.
But I kind of like it in a weird way.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. He
Yeah.
did the Emoji Movie. I'm a JT Miller guy. I'm not a TJ Miller guy.
I
There's no
booked
clue.
him kind of not knowing, like, yeah, some people gave me flack for booking him, but
No,
I
I think it's good.
I had always been a fan of him for like a long time, just from
Mhm.
knowing like Shit Out of My League, some of his movies.
Love
Yeah.
that movie.
So good.
Right?
Steiner.
Yeah, and I didn't really know, like, I hadn't really done my research and the stuff people were saying, but
Okay.
but he and I were on a show together, and he was like, oh, I'd love to do your show sometime, and honestly, he was so sweet and so nice, and he did a great job. He headlined, and anyway, we had a great comedian working relationship, and so he brought some of his friends. So that John Roa came to see TJ. Afterward, we met. I learned all about his tell-all memoir. I learned about this company he started and how he's an entrepreneur, and then he's looking for kind of like a sidekick contributor on his podcast, and so I fit the bill. So it was kind of like funny how I almost didn't. It's funny because the butterfly effect and like serendipity and stuff. So like some people were like, why are you booking TJ? And I said, well, my experiences with him have always been positive, and I had some people vouch for him and things like that. And lots like we mutual friends. So, but it led me to this cool opportunity with the iHeartRadio podcast, the John Roa Show. And actually, we're interviewing Mario Lopez soon.
No way. Congrats.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. He's kind of sexy.
Bit of a step up from us, but
Nice
Right?
skin tone. If I could have Mario Lopez's skin, I'd
fuck.
be doing well in Terrace, I
fucking
think.
flawless.
What is his regime? Like, what does he do?
Well,
I don't
coconut
know,
oil,
but-
coconut oil on the bedside.
No, probably, yeah. Definitely.
It's a triple purpose.
Placenta. I don't even know what that is, but
Oh,
I
So it's
actually
like
do.
amniotic fluid around.
Yeah. Just puts that on his face every morning.
Spread them on you. Yeah, actually, it does go for a lot of money. People do put it on their skin.
What do you think of, just to completely throw a curveball, what do you think of what's Chris? God damn it, Chris Martin's wife. She's got like a vagina smelling candle. Gwyneth Paltrow. What do you think of that stuff?
Oh God.
Because I was reading about it. I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea. Like a vagina candle. I don't know.
Wait, really? She's doing that?
It's what you say. Smell?
Yes. I could be completely wrong.
I didn't know she was doing that.
Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow. She has this company called Goop.
Yeah.
Like, it's the worst name. She's kind of strange, but I don't know. I kind of dig it too.
Oh,
It's pretty out there.
Kind of a piece of shit. I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, she's selling like lots of stuff that it's like multi-level marketing, like kind of cures. Like it's all bullshit.
That's true.
Like
Mario
not
Lopez
real
would never
science.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wouldn't. I have to look into it. I actually don't know enough about Gwyneth's endeavors.
You got to check it out. Check out Goop.
Check it out.
Free ad read on the pod. So when you're getting ready to interview a guy like Mario Lopez, do you prepare? Like, because I didn't really prepare for this interview, but do you prepare for interviews?
You totally did. You sent me great questions.
I actually did add a couple questions, but
Kyle added the chip question. And the
did
one's making
you
fun of me.
Oh yeah, the chip.
do you
question.
prepare for it, or like how does that work? Is it pretty serious with like iHeartRadio, or is it loose?
Well, I think it's serious. Like it's a serious production in terms of like there's a lot of resources behind it, but it's a pretty loose kind of fun format. And so I'm just thinking of like a couple funny questions for him. But really, like I'm sort of someone that comes on after. Like I think maybe John. I'm not sure if John's gonna interview Mario alone or if I'll be a part of it, but it's really like I shoot the shit with John after, and we comment on like how the interview went and like add in some fun, like more personal like levity there. So, but for the most part, like we record at John's apartment because he has a really great recording space within his loft in Soho.
Nice.
And so he's got like some good resources there.
If you have
But
a
you guys,
loft in
Yeah.
but you
Soho,
guys
you
have
must be
some
getting
good
bored.
stuff. You guys have some great equipment. I'm seeing in front of your Central Park.
We got an
Yeah.
SM7B.
What's it
Yeah.
called? SS7B?
This is this is if you're like serious about podcasting, really, or music right now. Like this is like the industry standard right now.
Nice. Looks
So,
good. All right, I'm
Yeah,
cracking
we
my
may
fist.
be in a basement, but
Yeah. Oh shit.
we have
Next drink.
good mics. So, but anyways, when you went to New York, did you go because of the AMC job or was it a different job?
It was the AMC job, but specifically IFC working on Comedy Bang Bang.
Yes.
So
We're
I was
coming
like,
full
hell
circle.
Yeah.
yeah, totally. I was like, knowing at the time I was in music at NBC in music supervision and licensing for the network, and I thought, this is really fun. But I really, at that point, I had identified stand-up and comedy. So I said, can I just make this my professional thing? So then when I found out this job at IFC and comedy was available, did a Skype interview, moved cross country. My ulterior motive was to get closer to family and friends because I really missed being on the East Coast. So that was really it there.
Cool. And go ahead, Pimpy.
No, I got nothing.
Oh, okay.
You go.
So when you're in, IFC,
Is Pimpy mad at me?
I don't think he's mad.
No, we
Seems
just
like
talk too
he's,
much
like,
about. Every time Kyle talks about music, I just start losing. Like I start kind of dying.
But the thing
why? Do you just not like music? What's your favorite band?
Oh, Sublime. So
yes, love Sublime.
But you can't talk about Sublime. Yeah, Brad Noel's been dead for a long time.
But do you like Badfish?
Badfinger?
Badfish is a Sublime song.
Badfish, the song. Okay.
Yeah.
Of course he does.
But when you get into like the Kills, it's like it's too obscure for me. I just like kind of start fading away. I'm coming back though.
What's Kyle's favorite band?
Led Zeppelin.
Hell yeah.
That's just like but actually a girl that's really, really good right now. She's like one of my favorite artists right now. Legit. Phoebe Bridgers. Check out Phoebe Bridgers from LA.
Okay.
She's
why is Scotty laughing?
Because like it's like when Kyle went to Austin, like he's been talking about Phoebe Bridgers and her new album for 2 weeks straight.
Dude, I like music and I'm passionate about shit. What is wrong with that, Pimpy?
Nothing.
Oh, cool. I like her skeleton costume. Wait, have you reached out to her? Maybe you guys should connect.
No, she's way too famous and to be
She did a
honest.
Playboy shoot, didn't she?
We should have her on the podcast.
She actually, I just saw she did a podcast with some like guy from the UK that doesn't have a lot of views. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe we could, but I'm kind of scared to I DM'd her once.
No.
No,
Nope.
read it.
No, it was legit.
Yeah.
It was like the most like Kyle Gray DM of all time.
You guys have some really cute photos together, like the grocery.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah. Actually that's in the mall somewhere. The
Really?
grocery cart. Yeah. And
It's in a mall, like
Just-
a picture of us. It's kind of embarrassing.
Pine Center Mall in Prince George.
Why is it embarrassing? That's awesome. Bring Phoebe. Take a photo of that for Phoebe and see what she says.
So I sent her a message on May 7th at 1:41 p.m. I said, Phoebe, what amp and pedals are you using? Like it's very like, and she didn't respond or see it, but it's all good.
Oh man, I've been DMing Guy Fieri for like 2 years. It takes time.
Draper, you been messaging?
Oh yeah. I actually sent him like 10 messages.
That's funny.
It's
He's
fun
a-
to DM people and not get any response, but it's all good.
My
But
favorite pastime.
anyways, we're going to talk about IFC because it's cool.
IFC is cool, yeah. We're
So
good.
what at
God, you
oh
disappeared.
God, here we go. I'm back. At IFC, like what did you do? I'm actually really curious about this.
So I first assisted the president and GM, and
Not a big deal.
yeah, and
Very
then
nice.
what was that?
Said very nice.
Yeah.
We'll get to that
Wait,
later.
what was that? Say that again. Say
Very
that.
nies.
Borat, yes, yeah.
Oh, okay. I like that. Yeah, and then it was pretty cool. I helped launch the Comedy Crib, which is our short form digital content for web series. So basically it was like our online hub kind of, we called it Comedy Crib because it was up and coming comedians and creators
Cool.
making digital content
Mhm.
that I would greenlight, and then I would give notes on their scripts, and I would help develop their series. I'd go on set sometimes, so really got my hand in development, which is really fun. And then I would randomly be a PA for certain shoots, like Independent Spirit Awards with
Oh, wow.
Nick Kroll and John
Nice.
Mulaney. I could pitch them some jokes, and like so I kind of I wore many hats. It's like a creative marketing role / development.
Must have been great experience.
Yeah, actually I kind of miss it. Like I moved into the Sundance Now role, again still at the AMC Networks like parent company, so still in the same company, but like just switch networks. And I definitely do miss my IFC days because it was so comedy related, but now I have a really flexible schedule with Sundance. It's just really, it's nice. So it's not really comedy related anymore, but it's still marketing. It's streaming. That's what I'm doing now, is streaming.
Oh, nice.
So what's Sundance Now?
So Sundance Now, you guys like really care about this stuff, or are you just trying to be nice? I can't tell.
No, I legit love like TV streaming. Like I know quite a bit.
Okay, I can get you a free promo code, so if you want to try it for a month.
Oh, hell yeah. If we can,
Gap promo code.
if we can get it here, I don't
If
know.
we can get it in Canada. If not,
of course you can. It's just you just download an app. Oh wait, yeah, absolutely. You download an app. It's similar to Netflix, but it's really boutique. So it's just like you can stream on your iPad, iPhone, Android, your smart TV, your Fire TV, Fire Stick. So basically that's where I am now, and I've been there for 2 years, and it's true crime, thrillers, and dramas. And
Wow.
it's fun, but it's still creative, but it's more marketing, promotions, partnerships versus at IFC it was like comedy development. So but Sundance Now is a really cool company, and it also has a lot of like award-winning films, documentaries. And
is it all original programming, or is it I guess it's not really.
There's both. There's like a lot of licensed stuff. There's also a good amount of really great original. And then there's also overlap. So like if you have Sundance TV, the cable channel Sundance TV, oftentimes we'll overlap and also get one of those titles in our streaming service, because we're all part of the same parent company. So it's
you get to go to Sundance? I
did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Actually met Demi Moore, and she was really cool.
Really? Thank God.
Yeah, she was
That would have crushed me if she was
fucking awesome, because she had this film come out called Corporate Animals with Ed Helms. Dark comedy about like cannibalism and your coworkers and like a work trip gone bad. So fucking good. Try to Google after Corporate Animals. So good. Anyway, she's like, I really hope you like it. I'm like, fucking Demi Moore. I will like anything your precious little body does.
Yes, same. Holy fuck, she's awesome.
She's so cool. So nice. Yeah.
So Sundance, where is Sundance? Is that in
The
France?
film festival?
No.
No,
that's Cannes.
Oh, Cannes.
Cannes.
It's Cannes in Canada.
Sundance is in Park City, Utah.
Oh, what the fuck? I always thought Sundance was in like the nicest, like Morocco or something.
Yeah, we always just assume.
Still, that's pretty cool.
There's so many festivals. Yeah, no, it's really fun. A lot of cool people there, a lot of good movies to see.
That's super cool. Wow, I'm very jealous.
Yeah, well, we were in a film festival too, so.
Yeah.
Really? For what?
It was called Skeena Wild Film Festival. It spanned from Prince Rupert to Hazleton, or Smithers, actually, Smithers. So
a bunch of small towns in our area, there was films.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you guys have filming?
We were in this movie called What It Is.
Nice.
It was a short feature.
A short feature.
You guys act?
No.
Scott can actually act quite well.
I have my drama 11, but
you guys should do a web series together.
If you guys should like hook us up with some like contacts.
Yeah, we're gonna be sending you scripts like every couple weeks, so just be prepared.
Seriously.
No, I don't know. I'm more focused honestly on, Scott hates to hear it, but music.
I don't care.
But I would love to. I do play music, but I would, if I could do a little web series, we would. That'd be sick.
We should do one in the basement. Like you can be the musician during it. Like maybe it could be both music and.
That would be cool. Scott would hate it though.
Oh yeah, I would just leave during the music parts. Yeah, but we have some stuff we'll send you.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I want to hear your stuff because I've been playing guitar lately and singing and trying.
nice.
I've been playing a lot of Vance Joy, Riptide. I love that
Sick.
song. It's pretty easy, but he plays so fast and that little ukulele.
I feel like that's a song that it's sort of like the new Smoke on the Water for like I guess some guys, but a lot of girls that I see like starting to play music, it's like the first song that they learn, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
So you got a uke or you got a guitar?
I have a guitar.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll send you a couple good like YouTube channels. There's a few like really good YouTube channels for learning. Um,
nice.
it's amazing what you can learn on YouTube now, like pretty much
Yeah,
anything.
Mm.
yeah.
That's exciting. That's awesome. Should we go into our top five?
Yeah,
And then we'll
let's get away
bullshit at
from
the-
music
Yes.
and like maybe you can fit a ukulele. So every week, Janelle, we do a top five. Last week was albums. I won.
Okay.
I had a
Nice.
better top five as per our fans.
Which was honestly, I will say, kind
Say
of
it.
soul crushing because I
Oh,
love music. But I thought about it, I'm like, it's so subjective. Like it's whatever. Like an album, if it means something to you, it doesn't matter what the other people think.
well, how did you win? I don't know. How do you win?
We
Oh.
put a poll on our Instagram with our
Wow.
top five. So we're gonna put the poll up, and people are gonna choose between you, me, and Scott. So we'll see what happens with. Yeah.
So, and this week, as per suggestion from one of our fans, Penny, we're doing
Okay.
fanny pack essentials.
Right.
Since you're the
Nice.
guest of honor, Janelle, you can decide if you want to go first, last, second, whatever. You decide.
And no wallet, cell phone, or keys.
I'll go second.
Okay.
Losers get first ball.
Yeah, losers get first ball. Okay. My number five. So I'm considering this. I'm not in Terrace. I am on vacation. That's what I'm using as the backdrop for my fanny pack.
Okay.
So number five, light beer. You don't want anything thick, but a nice light, like a Coors Light or a Bud Light. It can fit nicely in a fanny pack. You actually probably could fit two if you're really, depending on the size of your fanny pack, maybe three. Emergency beers, and you could share a beer with someone else that you meet. I'm thinking you might be at a festival or something.
Yeah.
Number four, gum. Gum, preferably Trident Tropical Twist. This is my favorite gum. It packs a punch. And I don't really have, one thing I will say, a compliment about myself, I don't really have bad breath that much. So I don't need like Excel or like, I don't need something to give me, I just want flavor. Like I'm trying to.
It's also good when you're in close quarters. You can offer someone. You can have a gum yourself and offer to someone, so you don't insult them.
Like a girl, like Phoebe Bridgers is is with me or something,
and she has bad breath. You don't insult her that way.
Number three, sunglasses. I constantly sit on my sunglasses or step on them or lose them. With a fanny pack, I will not lose those sunglasses or break them.
Nice.
Number two, I'm one of the whitest people on the face of the earth. So sunscreen is actually a really important thing to have in a fanny pack because I burn like no tomorrow. And sadly, when I burn, I don't tan. It just goes red. And then when it's over, I'm back to white. Really sucks. Number one is guitar picks. You never know when a guitar could come in your hands. And if you don't have a pick, I did learn to finger pick, which is nice. But sometimes having a pick, finger picking is tough. Janelle, but if you can learn it, you can do it.
I finger pick, but
good for you.
Yeah, but okay, those are really good items.
I know. Thank you. This is not my first top five.
Kyle doesn't own a fanny pack, but if he did, he would be buzzing.
You should buy one now. I feel like that's in the works. Maybe
I know. I kind of want to now.
If Grandma Carol Ann's listening and needs a gift idea coming up, fanny pack.
Thanks, Grandma. Yeah, do it, Grandma.
Okay, so I'm now up. I'm kind of bummed that you stole my thunder with like sunglass and gum, because like that would have been. But you said Trident. You had like a alliteration, Trident Tropical Twist. Like that's a whole thing. So
Trident Tropical Twist is very good.
And also I like gum because it keeps you sharp. You need to
Mhm.
wake up. You need to digest some food. Start chewing. You kind of
Totally.
works you. But I might not go with that one. I only got 5 items here, so I'm gonna say I need some Burt's Bees chapstick. Gotta keep
Love
keep
it.
these puppies nice and moisturized. And I love Burt's Bees. Also, maybe I'll go with like one of the ones that has a little shade, like lip shade, so it's both moisturizing and like say I'm gonna go out. All of a sudden I got a red lip and I'm happy.
Whoa.
Scotty knows how much I love lipstick from the last podcast we did. And I'm on a second.
Love it.
Just wakes me up inside, makes me feel like a little princess. Number 2, give me a Reese's peanut butter cup, but the dark chocolate kind from Trader Joe's.
Is it Reese's? We call it Reese's in Canada, but
We call it Reese's.
no way. That's cool. I kind of like it.
That's
Reese's.
fucked up.
Yeah, it's Reese's.
Reese's
sounds like recess.
Reese's Pieces, not Reese's Pieces. That's
She's from the East Coast,
Yeah,
dude.
it's not
They
a
have a
problem.
lot of different things.
Reese's Pieces. Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, it's supposed to rhyme with pieces.
Reese's
But-
Pieces.
My only, like, I like that, and I'm not going to judge your top
Mhm.
5, but what if it's hot?
yeah. You need a moderate
I never
climate.
said 2. I've only said 2.
Okay,
All right.
continue.
Reese's Pieces. No, dark chocolate. Do you know what I'm talking about? Trader Joe's dark chocolate.
Oh yeah.
Peanut butter cups.
We don't
Fuck.
have Trader Joe's.
Just
I know.
picture a dark chocolate, perfect little guy, buttercup, peanut butter in the middle.
Sounds
Got it.
wonderful.
That, Burt's Bees, lipstick, chapstick mix, and then I would love to gotta have a pair of sunglasses. If I could pick anything, Ray-Bans. Why not? Give me some Ray-Bans.
Because you're wealthy and
Mhm.
work for a streaming service. Love
Well, actually, I've had the same pair for 7 years.
it. That's so
good.
impressive.
I got a Nordstrom rack for $60, and I let
Whoa.
everyone and their mom borrow them. I've been in Vegas and let them float away on a guy on a tube, and I'm like, hey, give me my glasses back. They've lived several lives.
Love it.
Wow.
Let's get those on there. We got 3, and then since you brought in booze, give me a little airplane bottle. Give me a little nip, if you will, of some good tequila.
Nice. What's your favorite tequila? Do you like the George Clooney tequila? Pretty good, I think.
I haven't tried it. I'm not that fancy with my booze. Pretty simple lad when it comes
It's like
to that.
$90.
Jesus.
$90? What?
Well, then if it's $90 here, it'll be like 10 in America. Our booze are way more expensive.
Really?
Mhm.
So what's your guys' go-to?
I don't really drink hard liquor because it puts me in not really in the place that I would like to be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But,
if you have one little shot though of it. And
That would be
it's tequila.
fine. We drink beer a lot in Canada.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to get a case of beer is a joke in the States for cheapness. Like it's a
Yeah.
joke, and we can't buy stuff at convenience stores or like grocery stores. We have to go to liquor
Mhm.
stores. It's
Oh,
pretty
that
serious
sucks.
up here. We can buy legal weed though, which is kind of cool.
Oh, all right. That makes up for it.
Yeah. Anyways, what's your last?
Last item. You know what? How about a watch? I gotta see what time it is.
I think
Okay.
that's fair.
Yeah.
You would have your phone, but it's
Oh,
your
I would
top
have
5.
Oh.
I just don't want you to get crushed from the
Oh,
poll.
I'm sorry. I know what it is. It's a. Have you guys heard of like a herbal remedy? It's like a homeopathic like tincture for anti-stress.
No, but that
No,
sounds
okay.
actually very nice.
Yeah, it's I mean, you could do.
Gwyneth Paltrow actually
Yeah. It's a
produces
goop.
those in bulk.
No, I can send you guys some details on it. It's really
Sounds
freaking
good.
So like a
All right.
tincture, like anti-stress tincture. So I'm just like always chilling.
Love it.
All right.
That's great, Janelle. Good job on your
That's a-
first top 5. Congratulations. And good
Very
luck in the
yeah,
polls.
very obscure last one. All right, I'm gonna go number 5. I don't actually put it in there, but I always have it in my fanny pack. Chapstick.
You have to.
Yes.
All my
Copycat.
all my chapsticks are free range, so I don't actually control where they are. They just appear. Number
Oh,
4.
love it.
I don't like gum. I think it's actually horrible. Mints, though. Mints are much better than gum.
That's I can't believe you said that.
Well, what the fuck? You don't have to
Mints
like.
are better
Mint?
than
What are
gum?
you? What are you? 90 years old? A little like more than original?
Are you a narc?
It actually might
Are
be.
you new?
Okay, hear me. Okay, because you ever like reach under something and there's gum there, like it sucks.
No,
Singapore.
you're right. Actually, mints would be nice, and it gives you something to do, like a little,
Yeah.
a little.
Don't get me wrong.
It gives you a little purpose.
There's a time and place for mints, and I like mints, but gum destroys mints, dude.
If you only have 5 items, you're really gonna take up some space with a mint or two.
Well,
Anyways, it's his
hey,
top 5. We'll let him do his
You're
thing.
moving around with your fanny pack. You're not at home. Where are you gonna put the gum? You're gonna have to swallow it.
The
or
people
spit
will
it.
decide.
Yeah.
The people will decide.
Okay.
Number 3, headphones.
Oh,
never
how did I
know-
miss that one?
That's
That's a good one.
smart.
You never know when to block the rest of the world out. Number
Jealous.
2, sunglasses essential because my eyes don't open very much. Like they're fucked right now. Like I know I look like really mad. They won't open anymore.
My eyes
'Cause
are all right.
Yeah, allergies are just. This is it.
This is
Next-
it. This is
The
the
next
best
3
thing.
weeks, this is as wide as they're gonna get. So sunglasses, so I can also hide my eyes from the world. And number 1, charging cables because I have an Android and I never go anywhere. Like I have to bring my own charging cable because everyone has iPhones. So charging cable, number 1.
Wow.
Very good.
That's a good one. Yours
That
are very.
was.
And
yours
because
are very-
I just open carry my alcohol because I'm hard as fuck.
Sorry, what'd you say, Janelle?
No, I was just saying his are very like practical, utilitarian. Ours are more fun and flirty. I would say.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's how we are.
Oh,
What? Wait, what'd you say about you didn't do alcohol because you're what? As
just
fuck?
open
Hard-
carry it, hard as fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option. Open carry. I just have a belly button. I have a.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't want to have, like, if I have 3 beers, I don't want to open carry 3 beers, so I would have them in my fanny. Anyways,
Cargo shorts,
I
man.
stand by mine.
we're going to move on and play another really exciting game that we play with our guests called Either Or. We will give you 2 options and you pick. It's one of the easiest things. Even an American can
Mhm.
do this.
If you're
Sorry,
from
Janelle, just kidding.
if you're from Arkansas, you could figure this out.
I feel like Boston people are pretty smart.
Wicked
so.
smart.
Wicked smack.
Yeah, you can go into detail if you want. You don't have to.
It can be rapid fire. You can say yay or nay. You want to?
Okay, cool.
You do the honors, Pimpy.
No, you do the
Come
honors.
on,
Okay.
Pinky.
I actually love this guy. This is my favorite comedian. Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy?
Dave Chappelle.
100% good
Yeah.
answer. That was the correct answer.
Eddie Murphy will not use knee pads. So I don't respect him.
So we have a buddy. He's probably more my friend.
That's about 50-50.
But his name's Ez. Ez, I met him through work, and he was a stunt double in Vancouver for like quite a few movies. And he did the movie I Spy. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
Owen
Yeah.
Wilson and Eddie Murphy. And so
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy rolled in with like a huge crew. And there was like a scene where Eddie Murphy had to get down on one knee and shoot like a gun.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah, Eddie's not going to do this. He's not going to do this scene without like a knee pad.
What?
And then so Ez is like, oh, I got a knee pad right here because he's a stunt double. So he wears knee pads and stuff. And they're like,
Nice.
no, it needs to be a brand new knee pad. And Eddie needs to see it get opened out of the package.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So we don't like Eddie Murphy on this pod that much because that's kind of fucked.
That's kind of fucked. Like what happened in his life where he had a terrible situation with a knee pad? Like
That's when you have too much money and you're just you're just a dick.
You're
is
just-
really
you're
the
a dick
answer.
just to be a dick, like really particular for no reason at all.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're just flexing because you can.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next one, Amy Schumer or Sarah Silverman.
That one is hard because I fucking love the both of them, which is why I feel like you maybe put them there. So A for effort. Because I love the both of them. I want to say Sarah Silverman because get this, she's from New Hampshire.
Nice.
And I met her at an AMC event, a comedy show, like a year ago. And I said, do you remember meeting me when we were both at the Comedy Store in LA? We were both on the same show. Like I was booked and she popped in and did a set. And I was such a little fangirl. I was like 22, something dumb like that. And I'm taking a photo of her and she goes, there's a small crowd. And she's like, who's filming me? Stop filming me. And I was like, fuck, oh man, I gotta go save the face. So I go to the green room and I'm like, hey, I'm actually a comic. I was on this show too, but you dropped it. I got so excited. I'm from New Hampshire. I'm a huge fan. She was sweet as fucking pie.
Nice.
Was like, and she didn't understand that I thought she was a huge deal. She was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" I'm like, "You have billboards out of your face." I actually said to her, "I'm like, how do you get away with what you say?" Like, she's like, "Just don't care about anyone else. Just do your thing." So I was like, "Fuck yeah, good lesson."
Yeah.
Janelle. And then she said, "Will you be at?" Because I said I'm from New Hampshire. She's like, "Oh, will you be at this?" There was this. I also told her I was part of this group called Lady Parts Justice. Which am I giving too much detail right now?
No, it's all good. We need detail.
Well, Lady Parts Justice is like this group founded by this woman named Liz Winstead, who actually started the Daily Show.
No way.
Before Jon Stewart hired Jon Stewart.
Holy shit.
She used to go on stage with like newspaper clippings herself. And so she started this group, which was all about like basically empowering women to take ownership of their reproductive rights. Obviously, I'm a fan of that. I'm like, fuck yeah, women should own their own decisions for shit like that. Sarah Silverman is one of the faces of that campaign, that organization. She said to me, "Are you going to be at that march in New Hampshire?" And I was just like, "I'll be there, because if Sarah Silverman asked for me to be there, just
you
be
go."
there." So I went, and she was doing a comedy show there as well to help benefit the cause. And it was at this really cool like museum of science in Concord, New Hampshire, her hometown. And she just won an Emmy for one of her specials, I think one of her HBO specials, and her parents were there. Her grandmother was there in a wheelchair, and I was like, "Sarah, do you remember me?" After she got off stage, we hugged. She's like, "Of course, yeah, I remember you. I love Sarah Silverman." So I met her 2 different times. Both times she said she remembers me. Whether she's bullshitting or not, I felt the love.
Yeah, who cares?
So humble, doesn't even like register all the talent she has, or she doesn't. She just stuffs it down. So she's very good at just being incredible. So yeah, let's go with Sarah.
All right.
Sorry, that was a lot. Sorry, that's
no, that's a cool
perfect.
story.
This is why we do these kind of things. It creates conversation.
Amy Schumer would never do that.
Although I have a good friend that knows her and actually made out with her on the Inside Amy Schumer show. My friend Maggie.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's part of the sketch. And so I've heard great things about Amy as well. And I had one of my comedy pilots read at her theater that she started, the Collective Theater in New York. So I feel good vibes about Amy as well. So
But she would never bring her grandma to an event.
Sarah Silverman was also on School of Rock, which that's one of my favorite movies. So
I've just seen her crush like in shorts and fishnets.
Oh yeah.
At the Upper West Side, the stuffiest of stuffy events. I went to this event for AMC, and it was like Lorne Michaels was there. I actually shook his hand like a crazy person. I'm just gonna shake his hand. And then Sarah Silverman came out in fucking shorts and fishnets, and she was just like, "Yeah, what's up?" Like just like reading jokes off her phone, and she just fucking killed. And Seth Meyers is the host, and he's also
killer.
He, Adam Sandler, and Sarah Silverman all from New Hampshire.
No way. That's awesome.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, this is epic.
I'm having way too much fun right now. Can you tell I've missed like connection?
Yeah.
I'm like, Hey guys.
I was a bit worried at first because for those that don't know, Janelle was out on the deck, and I'm like, this is going to be a long interview because it was cutting out. I'm like, like our flow wasn't very good. Our flow is great now.
I know. I wish you could hang out with you guys.
We'll be on the next flight to New Hampshire.
I actually do one day want to go to New York to because I just love American cities. Like, I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, Canada's fucking awesome too. Like, I could come out to Canada sometime because I've been to Toronto with my family. It's so clean, so impressive to me, gorgeous.
Yeah. We're just like, we're pretty close.
We're just
we're 3 flights away.
3 flights away from Toronto. It's a big country. Turns out.
So like, hold on, let me Google it again.
It's like insane.
No, it's 2 flights from Toronto.
We could meet in Vancouver though, but the problem is Vancouver's really far from New York. But one day,
Paris.
Yeah, TERRACE.
BC.
Oh my God, you guys! Let's honestly see how long if I were to drive to you guys right now. Obviously, I wouldn't.
It'd be like
you can only come
72 hours.
You have to say you're going to Alaska.
Let's just see what it would be. Okay, 50. Wait, I shouldn't have said it. I wanted to have you guess how long it would take.
I thought 72 hours.
56 hours.
And that's straight. Like it would take you days and days.
Okay,
that'd be fun.
So you guys are You guys should go to LA. You're not far. You're on the West Coast.
No, I went to LA once.
Okay,
It
yeah,
was
you're in
sick.
the West Coast, basically.
We went to
Like,
this thing called Desert Trip, which Scott has heard me say like a million times, but
pretty cool.
it was like old Cella, had like the Stones and all those guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was
You know,
sick.
we're only a 34-hour drive from West Hollywood.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
went to
not
the
bad.
Whiskey A Go Go, which is pretty cool.
Yes, I love the Whiskey and
It's
Cocoa.
sick. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Went to
Oh,
the
man.
Rainbow Room.
Yes, and that's a famous place. That's where Marilyn Monroe and Joe DiMaggio used to hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And nothing has changed. They haven't
Mhm.
updated a thing in any of those
but
places.
that's what makes it so special. I kind of do miss those spots because that's kind of in the same vein of like the Johnny Carson tapings at the Burbank studio
Mhm.
lot, like that like old gritty era of golden age of Hollywood like doesn't exist anymore and we'll never get back to it, but it's so cool to like go like walk. It's like you're walking through a time capsule.
Totally. It's awesome. Next question. Should we do another one or?
Yeah, we have like 4 more. So.
Oh my God. Pasta or pizza? What do you like? This is, I don't know about Americans, but
She's Italian.
Yeah. Fuck.
oh,
Uh,
that's a tough one.
pizza.
I think that's the
Alright.
right choice. We're going to crush some pizza later.
Vodka or gin?
Vodka.
Knicks or Nets?
I don't know sports.
Oh,
Nice. I kind of respect that.
The Knicks
Sports has only really brought me pain.
Yeah.
or the Nets. That's a terrible name. The
Brooklyn Nets.
Knicks. Go with the Knicks.
All right.
Yeah.
Nets are going to be
They're
better.
the Toronto
but,
Maple Leafs of the NBA.
Rangers or Islanders? Oh, no.
She doesn't know hockey.
Islanders are Long Island Islanders.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're Rangers.
Rangers are New York Rangers.
Well, they're both
Give
New
me-
York, but
Give me the Islanders because
okay.
I like Long Island.
Fair
Wonderful.
enough.
Stop giving me lip. Just kidding.
Oh, fuck. I still have like resting bitch face, and it's super bad right now because of the allergies.
I'll give you
He's,
a hard time. Stop giving attitude.
I like never know if Scott's happy or like sad.
I know.
It's
I
kind
can
of
tell
just-
if he's like miserable right now or
No,
not.
well, I mean, my
We have 4 questions left. I want to go eat pizza.
we
And
actually
then-
we actually are gonna go eat some pizza
like, we're
after
gonna
this.
eat a lot.
We're gonna eat it literally like so much. But
We do have one writing question.
one writing question, and then I wanted to kind of give Janelle the floor to ask us questions or say any last words after that question.
Yeah, well,
But she probably won't know this question, so we'll
Well-
see what she comes up with.
this is from our buddy, friend of the show on Patreon, Down LaMarche.
Ooh.
Aside from
Ooh, good.
politicians, in
Yeah.
your opinion, who is Canada's most influential person or persons?
Without a doubt, hands down, 100%. I have a story for this. Don't know if you want it. It is Alanis Morissette.
Yes, guy. Love that. Tell us
Really?
the story.
I just have always loved her. I think she like inspired Taylor Swift probably to start singing from her diaries and journals.
And I'm here
Yeah, to remind.
you.
So one time I actually entered this contest, this radio contest, and my mom was like, "You guys are crazy. Like, just let it go." My sister and I like, "No, we're gonna win it," and we fucking won tickets to go have a meet and greet with Alanis Morissette in
way.
Boston. But get this, they market it like it's a slumber party with Alanis
Mhm.
Morissette.
Yeah.
It was this fancy hotel. What they actually meant was, we will pay to get you a hotel room, and within the hotel, in this like cool little room, you'll have like acoustic set with her. You'll have to say hi. And
That's
take a
pretty
photo.
fucking cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. But in my little like high schooler mindset, I actually thought I was gonna have a sleepover with Alanis Morissette. But we were too young to even just go on our own. That they actually had to have our mom come because we were under 18.
It
So we
seems
only-
super illegal. To
Yeah.
just throw you in a room with like, sounds like a bad idea.
But in my mind, I thought like, I really thought this. I was like, if she wants to make out with me, I'll make out with her. Like what?
I don't think she'd want to.
Not at all. But I was just like, I'm cool, I'm edgy, and she's like this like amazing woman. I was just like in my young little, I don't know, prepubescent mind. I was just like, what could happen on this slumber party?
Mhm.
Who
You never
knows?
know.
And yet we
Wow.
get there, it's just like, snap a photo, move along. But like we got to be in a smaller room with her as she sang and played, and it was a really special memory. So
That's
I-
amazing.
Yeah, I think she's awesome.
She's, yeah, well, Jagged Little Pill is like
Epic.
One of the
Fuck
best albums of the 90s.
Scotty's pissed that we just mentioned.
No, I know Alanis Morissette. I just like,
Dude, you got to know Jagged Little Pill, dude.
I probably would if I heard it, but like,
There's so many good songs on that album. It's actually quite shocking how good it is.
I think we need to have like a listening session for the last 2 minutes, or maybe another time, where we show Scotty The Kills, Wombat, Lannis.
why are the pills jagged?
And we could.
They're usually just like in a circle, like a.
It's so edgy though.
cylinder.
It's just.
That's like a horrible way to make pills, though. You have to swallow
Anyways,
them.
tonight I'll play you some songs from Jagged Little Pill, and you'll know all of them. But
And let me know how it goes. Keep me posted.
We'll
maybe
live
I
stream
will.
it.
Yeah, live stream.
Well, Janelle, we don't want to take up much more of your time. First of all, thanks so much for coming on. If we could offer you money, we would poach you from your boy there, John, and maybe have you as a full-time contributor. But we don't have iHeartRadio funds. We make no money. We make $15 a month from Patreon. 13. So.
That's fun, and that's great. That's awesome.
It's gonna add up. You think about compounding interest. Like,
I know. I'm an accountant. I have a spreadsheet for it. So.
No, I mean, I don't know if you guys are kidding. I can't tell if you're kidding or not, but like I would come on more and help contribute if you wanted it, but not if you don't need it. I don't need money. I would do it for fun. I mean, but I don't know if that's part of it or not. I don't know if I can't at this point. I'm a lightweight, 2 beers deep. I don't know if you're joking or serious, but I'm open. I'm avail.
Okay.
All right.
No, I would love to have you on again. There's too much to talk about. I have so many things, but we also can't have like 3-hour pods because
I know it's 2 hours. I can't believe it. You guys are really fun. I guess I really enjoyed this. I guess I didn't realize how much I needed this. Like not to sound
Jesus
weird.
Christ.
Well, it's Gap gives back.
What?
We like to give back.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I appreciate this. A lot of sometimes you do things and you're like, oh, feels like contrived, but this actually felt fun and genuine. So appreciate the change of pace. Because even though I know you guys said you've been feeling down and like because it's not too sunny there or whatever, but like it's kind of an overall feeling for a lot of people. Like I'm in a really sunny place and I'm not too far from like New York, and I will be going there next week, but I still feel kind of weird too about everything that's going down. Like it's just a weird time. Not to bring it down, but it's the weird time to like feel good about anything.
And isn't it nice we didn't even talk about that kind of stuff because we had enough other cool shit to talk about. So
I do appreciate that. Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any last things you'd like to say or ask or anything? Plug anything?
I guess follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Janelle Jokes, and my sister and I, our podcast is launching fairly soon. Lips Don't Lie.
Love it.
Yeah, double entendre there. So, it's been fun. You guys are awesome. I feel like I could ask you questions, but it's almost been 2 hours. I should probably go eat dinner and hang out with my family.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Let's do this again though, because you guys are fun. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, we'll have you back for sure. I mean, we're not. We have this guy Chase coming on soon, but other than that, like we're pretty free.
You're doing another one tonight?
No, God no.
This is taken.
But no, it was so fun, and I think people in Terrace will really enjoy it, and it's cool to hear. Yeah, you have a really cool story. Definitely something that like in Terrace, a lot of people like us, like Ian Bagg would say would be someone that kind of went outside of Terrace and did something really like unique. And you've obviously went down a really cool path. I think people in small towns like really wish that they could do that kind of stuff. Like someone like me, like, man, I would love to do that kind of stuff, but now I'm an accountant at a health authority. So
you can do it. It's not too late. I think it's a hard time to travel right now, but like, I think the fact you went to those spots in LA, like next time go and like do a couple open mics, talk to people, maybe stay for a month or two if you can, like see if you can do like a work from home situation. Like, are you guys working from home in Canada?
I am.
I'm not anymore.
You are. You're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Scotty, what do you do during the day?
We don't need to get into it. I dabble.
He dabbles.
Okay.
I dabble.
Because you say you're no longer work from home, so I was just wondering like what changed. But like what not to get down, like what is the COVID scenario there? Like are people like lax?
We haven't had a new case in like 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
I never
in our region. Like we're
okay.
We don't even have cases up here, Janelle. We're so freaking far away. We don't even have.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Are you guys
I've worn a
near?
mask like once.
Oh, really? Are you guys near Niagara on the Lake? That's where my boss lives. She's been remote from Sundance for a couple of years now.
We're about as far away as
Yeah.
possible as Niagara.
You get to Hong Kong probably faster.
Really?
Legit. It's
Huh.
pretty hectic, but maybe
But
one day,
no,
Janelle, if this gets huge, we'll bring you up. We'll fly you up with our Patreon
Mhm.
money.
dude, that'd be awesome. I was gonna say you guys should totally milk the fact that you're like big fishes in a little pond and like make the best of it and like just go monopolize all the malls and fucking coffee shops and restaurants and just like plaster your faces everywhere and have fun with it, because even though you're not in like a big city, you can still like exercise your skills and like strengthen what you guys have going, which is a cool thing. So
Well, thanks, man. After this, my confidence is
I
sky
know.
high, and I'm gonna just crush a medium pizza and some chips. So,
yay.
Janelle, we thank you so much for coming on, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, keep in touch, you guys.
You bet.
Okay.